All right, let's talk travel on World of Travel Wednesdays. Yes, I am having a good day today. I went swimming earlier here in Malaysia. The apartment that I'm living at has uh, has a swimming pool, so I got to go swimming, um, and that was really fun. I also bought some more stuff at a local market, which is pretty cool. I bought this here lemongrass, uh, 3 cloves of garlic, and 6 tomatoes. It was $1.50 or 6 ringgit. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Um, yeah, welcome everybody. If you ever want to come in and talk, feel free um, to request and come in and you can ask me questions live or you can share your experience. Remember, English as a byproduct, right? So if you're passionate about travel like I am, then this is a great place for you to come and practice your English. Um, so I did get a question from, I don't know how to say his name, MD Lalim. Lalim? What is the purpose of my travel? That's a great question. Um, for me, my purpose of travel is just to experience new cultures um, and to live somewhere new, try new foods, to see the world, to see the different ways that people live. Um, yeah, and meet new people. What am I going to meet with, or what am I going to make with this food that we got? Tonight, my girlfriend is making rendang, beef, or no, chicken rendang. Rendang is a Indonesian dish. They have it here in Malaysia too. Uh, it's very delicious. I especially like beef rendang. Um, but yeah, so that's a good way. Purpose of my travel: food is a huge purpose. I love to try new foods, and what better way to try new food than traveling, right? You get a firsthand experience of traveling. But yeah, I mean, with these tomatoes and lemongrass, I can make or I have made a very delicious coconut lemongrass with some turmeric, uh, that kind of soup. It's like a coconut curry soup. I like to use garam masala mix in my in that soup. It's less of a soup, more of a saucy, delicious dish. Maybe I can show that sometime. I really love the fact that everybody is cooking here in the Beautiful Life Club. I think we might have to create a cooking channel soon, and then we can all share our cooking together. What is this I got here? What is that? Oh, hey, somebody's coming. All right. Come on in. Come on in and say hi. Come on in and say hi. Come on in and say... Well, I'm waiting. It's requesting the
It's
ad.
requesting the ad.
And here we are. Oh, no, we've got an echo.
Of the world.
Hello.
Hey, how is doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Um, Never better, actually. Thanks for asking.
Great. Well, thank you for coming and joining. Here,
No problem. I know when you're trying to talk to somebody you don't know, you gotta to introduce yourself as a beginning. It's kind of good behavior or stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I would love to start introducing myself. Just give you like simple brief introduction of myself.
Okay.
Um, okay. As you can see, my name is just a little bit strange for you, how you can pronounce it. It just only contains 3 letters, but actually it's based on Arabic language, so it's a little bit difficult to say it or pronounce it. It's just like that. Amr Magdi. Okay, that's my name.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Yes. I'm coming from the oldest country in all around this world, which is very well known and popular by Egypt. living in a beautiful city called Alexandria, the one
Mhm.
which has been discovered by Alexander the Great from almost 2000 years BC.
Mhm.
Um,
The one
I'm
with
studying.
the amazing library historically, right?
Yes,
There's an amazing library
actually,
there.
I'm living beside this library.
Great.
There's
Yeah.
just only two across streets to reach that place.
Mhm. That's awesome. Yeah. I
Um,
was just talking about
yes.
Egypt and uh, other things related to Egypt and other parts of the world. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. There's a huge, you know what? Our civilization refers to over 7,000 species, mate. Like, we were the first civilized human on this planet. We were no any civilizations. So
Okay.
we have been discovered really huge science, including space physics and how we can just be really super architecture and building these great buildings of pyramids and stuff like that.
Hmm. Is it still, I mean, it seems a bit of a mystery, right? As to how that was learned.
Yes, actually, it's not about you, it's not about all the people, even me, even everyone living here in Egypt. Just
Yeah.
in that moment when you stand in front of the Great Pyramid and just imagine how these people have made it from a huge, long way ago. So just without any technology, now we can just
Hmm.
lift up and put a very precisely a stone can weigh per tons in the precise place in the pyramid without any technology, without any kind of vehicle that will help you out.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's really wicked thinking. I don't know how they did that, but actually, based on really huge science, we still didn't discover it at the present.
Exactly. Yeah. Egypt is a place that I would like to go to, actually, especially to see the pyramids. Um, yeah. So someday, I'm sure I will make my way over there.
Yeah, sure, man. You're the most welcome. Oh, you can ask me whatever you want about the Egypt, about the culture, anything.
Okay. Well, let's see. Well, we're here to
First of
talk
all, I'm
about
sorry
travel.
for. First of all, I'm sorry disappearing my picture because just almost it's 6 a.m. over here, so I'm super lazy just to open my camera and I didn't go out from my bed, so.
Oh, that's okay. Also, Sunanta, yes, I am good. She asked, how's it going? So just replying to her question. Yeah, it's going
No
great. A little
problem.
bit tired, but good. Just wanted to come here to talk about travel. So, let's see. Let's ask you then. So, how much traveling have you done? Where have you traveled to? And do you have any thoughts about travel? Anything like that?
Yes, actually, I'm going to travel to Canada, to be more specific to Toronto, in
Uh-huh.
Toronto next few months to just continue my studying over there. Um, there is like kind of declaration between my university and Toronto universities. It's allowed to the Canadian students to study to archaeology, to be an archaeologist over here in Egypt, especially in
Yeah.
Alexandria, and allows to us to study many different science over there, including engineering. So I'm a mechanical engineering, nuclear power sector, atomic splitting student. So
Wow. Okay.
yes, I'm going to have my bachelor over there in Toronto.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yeah, I've been visiting many countries at the past. One of them, Romania, not Romania. I'm sorry. It's in Asia. Oh my God, I forgot. Oh yes, definitely Romania and Albania the same way because I have a lot of friends over there.
Hmm.
Um, and, and Dubai.
Dubai. Okay.
Yeah. And my next journey is going to be in Canada.
In Canada. Do you have any plans to travel around Canada and explore the area?
Yes, like Ontario, Timmins, because also I have a bunch of friends over there, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna to interact with the French culture because, as you know, Canada is divided into two parts. One of them English and the other is French. So
Hmm.
yes, Toronto is basically all the district is based on English, but there's many other districts. I would love to visit it based on French. Yeah,
Hmm.
stuff like that. What about you? Where
Yeah.
are you right now?
I'm in Malaysia right now.
Malaysia. Oh, very beautiful
Yeah,
place over there.
Malaysia. Yeah, very beautiful, delicious food, um, nice people, great people.
Yes, I bet they are the best. Actually, not to mention about the green landscape, all the ways in Malaysia and Indonesia,
Yeah.
right? Just comfort.
Especially in Malaysia. Yeah. Where, yeah, you're right. That's probably the first thing that I noticed when I came to Malaysia was the amount of greenery here. Yeah. It reminded me of Washington State, or at least my experience in Washington State. Just very green. Uh, yeah, it was beautiful. And it's also very developed, like the highways and just the streets and the roads. It's very developed compared to some of the other uh, Southeast Asian countries that I've been to. So yet I can still
Yes.
buy affordable produce, which is great.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, do you have
That
any problem with the cultures that
with
you're
what?
facing? With the culture,
The college?
the culture.
Oh, any problems with the culture here? Hmm, problems.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
it's been disconnected. I said, do you have any problems with the cultures of over there in Malaysia?
no, I don't. I haven't really experienced any problems or conflicts or anything like that since I've been here. It's a very
That's
diverse
beautiful.
culture. There are people from um, there's three ethnicities here that make up the Malaysian uh, culture as a whole. That's Malay, Chinese, and Indian. And through
Wow.
that, there is a lot of diversity all over the place, especially within the food, uh, which is great to experience.
Yes, I think there's food still pretty nice. I know that.
Hmm.
So apparently there's a bunch of tongues, just only not the Malay, the first language. There's many languages over there, right?
Yeah, I think it's like that way. I think as people become sectioned off from each other, they start to develop their own dialects. That's why somewhere like the Philippines has so many dialects. It's because it's a large
Yes.
amount of islands, and it's kind of that way. I mean, that's how species also evolve is by being sectioned off from each other, and then it'll evolve. So it kind of makes sense that language does that as well. It's like the further you are from groups of people, the more that your language becomes unique to your people.
Yes. Yes, agree.
So
I
you
totally agree
you
with that.
mentioned uh, you mentioned archaeology. My background is in anthropology, so I've studied archaeology just a little bit. I had like one semester class of that. So yeah, linguistics. Um, but my focus was in
That's your
biological
major?
anthropology, like human evolution stuff like that. What's that?
That's
Say again?
archaeology. Is that your major?
It's not my major. My major is biological anthropology, but within anthropology,
Oh,
there is four branches, and one of those branches is archaeology. So if you study anthropology, you have to know archaeology, biological anthropology, cultural anthropology, and linguistics. You have to study those
yeah,
four, and then you choose which one you want to focus in.
yeah, I know. To be more specified or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
So, do you
being
have any
just,
other
yeah.
questions about my culture, my country, even my
Oh,
city? Because really, my city is very special. I would love to give it some
yeah,
pictures about it.
yeah. Let's see. Let's see here. For
And do you have
me,
any plans for the future to visit Egypt someday?
I would like to. I have heard. So let's see. are there any safety concerns? That's somewhere that I like to usually start. And I mean realistic safety concerns. I don't mean because everywhere is going to seem dangerous or something like that. Um, but I don't walk around looking like a target or I
Oh
think
my God, no,
that's
mate.
huge advice. That's a huge advice for everybody is to, not walk around looking
Yeah,
like a target. But I guess what I mean is each country will have their own little safety concerns that you have to worry about.
yeah,
So what are
definitely.
some safety concerns for Egypt that you would say?
I will. I would love to tell you, but you're not working in the open, and some sniper is just gonna snap you down. No, it's things not going
That's
like
not what
that
I
for
mean.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, apparently you're an American, so yes,
Hmm.
there's really highly concerns about your safety. So since you just touched the ground over here, and there is a bunch of safety provisions just to keep you safe all the time, the 24 hours. And when you're trying to go somewhere, you would become would accompany with someone with some tour guide. Actually, you would use the place over here. You just will spend it like 2 days or 3 days, and you will used to it. You wouldn't feel
Hmm.
you're strange in this country, actually.
Hmm. Okay.
Why is that? Why is that? Because we interaction with many people around the globe, in every nation, in every language. So when we
Hmm.
found someone not from here, we are dealing with him with all pleasure, with really very
Hmm.
good feelings inside. We
I think I lost you a little bit. Uh-huh.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Sorry, I think you're cutting out a little bit. Cutting out for me, anyways. I don't know if it's cutting out for you at all.
No, I mean say,
Am
do
I
you copy
cutting
my
out for
word?
you or? No, no, no.
I'm still
It's
hearing.
cutting in and out.
I'm
I
still
don't know if
hearing
it's
you
me or if it's
100%.
you. Okay. It just sounds laggy. I don't know what it is. But it sounds to me what you were saying is that generally speaking, I would have nothing to be concerned about.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
good. Well, that's great then. Let's see, what else? Well, so here's a good question that Sunanta asked. What kind of food do I like to eat while I'm traveling in another country? Um, so generally speaking, I like to stay in a country for at least a month and get a place with a kitchen. So I will cook whatever local produce is around to save money that way. So I kind of try to eat like a local, and then when I eat out, I also try to eat like a local, but sometimes I do like some of my Western foods. So um, maybe 70 to 80% eating like a local. Yeah, somewhere around there, just to
Very
answer that kind
beautiful.
of question.
Nice.
But for you, so I guess a question is like, what kind of food would you say is primarily eaten there? What is the cuisine of Egypt like?
Yeah, there is also very tasty one over here. There is a bunch of it. There's like very popular one called falafel. Do you have heard about it? Falafel or
Okay.
shawarma?
I think the only times I've had falafel and shawarma is through like Greek restaurants.
Great. Oh, they've been taken from
So is
us.
that okay?
Yeah.
Came from you. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, it's
So
really
yeah,
very
I am
tasty, but
familiar
actually
with that
falafel is
kind of
so
food. But
tasty when it's gonna be
mhm,
hot, when you're eating it in hot condition. When it
mhm.
comes cold, not that much of tasty to feel in it.
So fresh
Um,
is best.
yes, you'll
Mhm,
taste the crispy and this combination of the components inside. We really feel the taste.
mhm.
Yes, we do have a really
Great. So
many
it's
kind of foods you would love to taste over here. Really beautiful and tasty.
uh-huh. Okay. So is it similar style food to Greek food, or is it? Because I think um, Maybe it's just like I haven't really had that much experience with Egyptian food, I guess. I don't know if that's what it would be called, but food from
Give
Egypt,
me a
I
second.
haven't really had much experience with that. So I guess my question is, what kind of food? You gave me the examples of falafel and shawarma as being an example. Is that how most of it is? Is there a lot of like Arabic influence in the cuisine, or
Yes, you know what? I don't know if that's correct or not. Actually, we are Afero is not Arabic. When you're trying to say the origins about the Egyptians, we
yeah?
refers to the Pharaohs, but we're actually not Arabians. We're just, it's what all happened that we are in the Middle East. That's all about it. But actually, we're not Arabian people.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just asking if the cuisine has had Arabic influence at all.
Yeah, kind of, because we have
Okay.
many Arabic countries beside us. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That would make sense. And we have a question here. Somebody's asking, what is the best month to go to Egypt?
Okay, responding to Angela Contreras Imperial, you know what? The best thing over here in Egypt, the seasons. If you are in the summer, it's not that hot. If you're close to the coast, and in the winter, it's really very warm, really so warm in winter. Seriously, you gotta to to when the temperature go down on the winter, um, according to my city in Alexandria, the sea recovers the temperature to give it the opposite. Really, like give equal temperature. You wouldn't feel so cold or you wouldn't feel so hot in the summer.
Hmm.
But
That's great to
the
know. So
best,
so it's good to go
best month.
there for like if oh sorry.
No, no, no problem. Continue what he's saying.
So what I was going to say is if somebody lives in a cold place like Canada or where I lived in America, it was pretty cold in the winters. So Egypt would be a great place to go in the winter because the weather is not so cold, right? If you want to get away from the cold weather, I guess. Hello, Nalutsa. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
One of the struggles that
similar
we have to
weather
face over there
here.
in Canada is weather, because it's snowing all the time and there's no even summer over there.
Hmm. Yeah. So you're saying that in Canada it snows all the time and there's never snow in Egypt, so it's been
No, it's
difficult for
snowing.
you.
No, 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 it's snowing, but not all the places, not all the cities. There's just specific cities that the snow falls down.
Okay. Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
Netluza. Yeah, I'm from Alexandria. She remembered. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I definitely think that's part of the reason why I have interest in going to Egypt, and I think a lot of people have interest in going to Egypt, is because of the history. I mean, a trip there, you could learn so much, and it would be so interesting and just just a different culture and history.
Yes, my friend. What is the oldest country that you have ever known in your whole time life? It can refers for just 2,000, 3,000, or 4,000 at max years BC, but
Hmm.
ours it refers more 7,000. Can you imagine that? Can you just imagine how far you can go with that history?
Yeah, a lot of stuff you can find there. A lot of interesting things to find there. Yeah. Let me think.
If you have any other
Yeah,
questions,
I don't.
I'm totally.
Can you say that again?
If you have any other questions, I'm totally to answer.
Hmm. Can't think of anything in particular. See, for me, usually when I travel, because okay, so for me, when I travel somewhere, um, I will do extensive research on the place that I'm going to, using Google, YouTube, all of that kind of stuff, just to research where I'm going and kind of create my own tours, that kind of
Yes.
thing, to save money rather than using a tour. Um, but yeah, for me, since I'm not going specifically to Egypt right now, or anytime soon, I haven't really planned that because I'm staying in Southeast Asia right now. Um, I I don't really have like any direct questions about, um, I guess, going there or anything. Um, but I mean, anything that you would like to share about it, I mean, or
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
yeah, she
definitely.
asked, why are
However,
you
there's
hiding your face?
but unfortunately, just I just woke up from a while, so my mind is confusing right now. I'm not very focused. So
I,
yes,
well, I just
definitely
really
we have a
appreciate that you're coming to participate. That's, mhm,
my pleasure, buddy. My pleasure. Okay,
mhm,
actually, yeah, I think I just need to go because I just need to
mhm.
warm up myself for a bit. And yeah, we have a lot of talking. We get to talk with each other as many times. Yeah, I'm really very happy
Great.
to talking to you in person. And who knows, we can
Mhm,
just meet together in person one day.
mhm. I have one question though before you leave. Can you answer one question for me?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Okay. What is a tip that you could give to anybody that's watching this on how something, uh, any kind of tip, so that they could travel more, whether it be a financial thing or maybe just a travel tip in general, something that has helped you because you sound like an experienced traveler. Sorry, you sound like an experienced traveler. So, um, what has helped you throughout your travels?
Yeah, that's really a great question. I would love to share with the audience. Okay, 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 fellas. It depends of what you need actually. What you need, what are you
Mhm,
looking for? You wanted to relax, to meditation, having some meditation or stuff like that. So we go in some places that's really very cool, very calm. There's no much noisy inside. There's not very interactive. Some places like Malaysia, Indonesia, all the eastern of Asia actually. If you wanted to have some work, or you're gonna to looking for a work or for a career or job, you got to go to the promising cities like or countries like US, United Kingdom, Australia, or Canada also be included. If you wanted to go to your research or to continue your studying or stuff like that, like I'm doing, I'm gonna to Canada in the next few months. Yeah, actually, it all depends of what you need, of
mhm,
what is your requirements, you know?
mhm. Okay. Well, it still sound like
Uh,
good tips depending on what people want. You kind of directed them to different destinations depending on what they want, right?
yes, definitely. That's what I'm trying to say.
Good. And we do have a question in here. Which country do you want to visit soon? Like besides Canada, where is somewhere that you'd really love to go, that doesn't have to do with where you're going right now?
Yes, uh, nothing specific in my mind, but I would love to visit France and Turkey. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I have a friend from Turkey, and he has made me want to go and visit there sometime as well.
Yeah, the place is so cool over there. Seriously.
Great. They keep asking about why you're hiding your face. He's hiding his face because he just woke up and he needs to get himself together before
You know what?
showing himself.
She knows that, but she just.
Just making it a
The look
point.
is my friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Um, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm doing
So,
great.
thanks a lot. Actually, I'm really appreciating every each second has passed through my time. It's really very worthy, and I really love it.
Mhm. Thank you. I appreciate you
And
coming on.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks a bunch, my friend. Really appreciate the same. And have a good day.
And I know where
Bye
to
bye.
go
And
if
I
I
know
ever
where to
have any
go if I ever
questions
have
about
any
Egypt.
questions about Egypt. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, maybe he wants to go. Well, I want to go to France too at some point. I actually took a semester of French. And I took that semester of French because when I was studying philosophy, my favorite philosopher was French. So I took a semester of French just because why not? Um, but I've lost most of what I learned because it was one semester and I didn't stay there. Um, Stay in that major, not major, class language. Yeah. But I did start learning little bits and pieces of other languages, um, like Korean. I learned a teeny tiny amount of Korean, and I also learned Chinese, but that was all before that. But yeah, so I would love to go to France sometime. As I said in my video that's on my YouTube, um, the three places that I would like to go um, are uh, Portugal, Italy, and Argentina. Those are the three places that I would like to go most. But of course, I would love to go anywhere. That's just what I'd love to do. Let's see. So if anybody else wants to come on and ask me any questions or talk about travel, then come on up. Let me think. Before there was that question, my purpose of travel, I think some of that's been covered. To try new foods, to experience. Um, I think you learn a lot about yourself when you travel and when you live in another country. I learned so much when I lived in Cambodia for 9 months about myself, about the culture. It was really great. And I think I'm going to make a video um, about my experience living in Cambodia and give some tips for that. For some tips and then also information from my experience of living in Cambodia. But yeah, that's right, Teacher Tim. Portugal, Italy, Argentina, and everywhere. Everywhere. Iceland. Iceland, that'd be a fun place to go to. Definitely. That's funny. Um, so let me think. Before, I remember giving three little tiny tips for travel. Okay, so I had a phone conversation with Super Dad Peapot, and we were talking about when when I'm going to Thailand. He asked me about the place that I'm going to be staying in, and I mentioned that it's going to have a kitchen, and then he told me about when he was traveling in Europe, and uh, he would cook some of his food uh, at the hostel that he was staying at. Um, I believe that's what he said, or something to that degree. And basically, I think one thing to keep in mind um, for for everybody when you're traveling is to try your hardest to eat like a local. Um, I know some of us might have dietary restrictions, um, but one of the best pieces of advice that I can give is to try to eat like a local and try to cook your own meals as much as possible. That will definitely help you save money. Um, Plus, you'll learn how to be a good cook, and that is a skill that too many people are losing, I believe. Um, for me, cooking is important. When I am cooking, I feel at peace and I feel very, uh, my mind is at peace. I'm just focused and I really get to put the love into my food. And yeah, so cooking, it's very meaningful to me. Um, what about anybody else here? How does everybody feel about cooking? Does everybody here love to cook? Should we love to cook more? Love to travel more? Yeah. Let's see here. Any more questions from anybody about travel or anything like that? Oh, go live. That's a good one, Richard. Next time, go live and teach us how to cook. I could probably do that. I could show a recipe of mine, um, something like that. That could be fun. Um, my girlfriend's cooking right now. That's what all of the if you've all been hearing the like tick, 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 that's because she's like chopping up and cooking stuff. So um, yeah, but I could definitely go on sometime and do a cooking. Let's talk cooking, right? We've got let's talk travel. We could do let's talk cooking. Could be fun. Actually, I don't know a whole lot about Switzerland. Um, yeah, but I know that once I decide to travel to Switzerland, I will learn a lot. Um, because as I said in my first Let's Talk travel video, research is very important when traveling, and I do tons and tons of research about the culture, the location, places to see, food, everything. So, oh, one video idea, and I want to see what everybody thinks about this. One video idea I would like to do is, and this will be on my YouTube, and then I'll post it on here, is I would love to go on my computer and show everybody some of the processes that I go through when I'm planning a trip or when I'm planning to move to a new country for a month or more. I can show how I find flights, some of the best ways to find flights. I can show how I try to find my accommodation using Airbnb. Um, yeah, I think that could be a fun video. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments if you think that would be a great video idea. Um, I might actually have to go outside soon. The spices from the cooking are attacking me. That means it's going to be delicious. Mm. The hardest part, this is a good question from Maria. Can you tell us what is the hardest part you experienced by traveling from country to country? The number one most difficult thing for me is uh, the hardest part. That means there can only be one. There can be only one. What is the hardest part? Um, how about I give two? Two for me. One is visas, or one difficult thing. Yes, visas. Um, and I'll get to that comment, Richard. I like that comment, and I can grow on that. I have great advice for that. Um, yeah, so visas. Visas are probably the hardest thing. It's not acquiring them, but it is having to um, prepare and pay for them. Now, not every country requires me to have a visa, um, but a lot of countries require me to have a visa, and that is more money I have to pay. Um, so another thing is that I'm traveling with my girlfriend, and we're not from the same country. So she has free visas to some places. I have free visas to some places, but they don't always match. Sometimes she can stay for 1 month somewhere. I can stay more, so we have to leave that 1 month and stay somewhere else. So I think visas can be just a difficult thing to plan for because I would like to be able to stay somewhere longer than a month, believe it or not. Um, but visas can stop that from happening. Um, I'll give you an example. Indonesia, I have a 30-day free visa. I can pay um, for a 2-month visa there, but that's the longest that I can stay there without going through a large, long process uh, for 30 to get the 6-month visa. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna sit up against the wall. So yeah, visas. And then the other thing is my bag. I have a large bag. Um, it is. I always. Okay, my bag is about a 25 kilogram bag, and I have to take that everywhere with me. And I've been having to take that everywhere with me for almost 2 years now, and it doesn't give me the freedom physically that I would like to have, and that is another hard thing for me. Having to lug around a giant bag, it doesn't allow me to travel to a place for just a couple days. I mean, I could, but it's going to be tiring. It's going to be tiring to lug around, to carry around a 20 to 25 kilogram bag everywhere I go. As I said before in my first Let's Talk Travel video, um, minimalism, getting rid of your stuff, is one of the best things that you can do in life. Um, Not just for travel, but for everything, I believe. So, yeah, even though my life consists of less than 35 kilograms of stuff, I still wish I had less stuff. Um, yeah, somebody here asked me, where am I from? I am from America. Um, yeah, and uh-oh, Teacher Tim is coming. Um, I'll let Teacher Tim in, but I have to remember this one thing that he said about Easterners, people from the East wanting to travel to the West, people from the West wanting to travel to the East. I have great advice for people that no answer from live video guest. I don't know what happened. Oh, it's asking him now, I guess, to join. I don't know. We're waiting for Teacher Tim to join. That'll be great. But I can't. I'm having difficulties. It just says that there's no response. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? There he is. I bet now it'll work, right? Now it'll work. Now it'll work. Nope. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. Here. I know. I will deny you and then try again. Here. Now I invite you. Boom. How about that? Maybe that'll work. Who knows? I don't know. What is going on? Okay. Um, Let me know. Request to be in your broadcast. Yeah. Let me know what we can do to fix that, Teacher Tim. I don't know. I tried to approve for you to come and it didn't work. So maybe you can request again, if you can request again. So yeah. So Richard, you said that the Easterners like to travel to the West. Um, so one thing that I have learned is that it's very difficult for Easterners to travel to the West. Um, the Because of visas, right? Which is one of my struggles. I struggle with visas for a different reason, but I really don't know why it's not letting you come in, Teacher Tim. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Come on. It says no answer from live guest. I don't know why that is. Can anybody help me here in IT? I need IT. Is there an IT department? It says no answer from live guest. I don't understand what's going on. It's weird. I've got like your picture your picture is right here on my forehead, right? And then it's got your request down there. But then for some reason, I go in and I click approve, right? Friends won't be able to watch this live video unless they're in your selected audience, whatever. I click add, and then it says no answer from live video guest. What does that mean? What does that mean? Um, but yeah, so if Visa, um, I don't know, not only because of Visa, I think Visa is the primary difficulty though. So what I always suggest to people um, from Asia that want to travel to the West is travel in Asia. um, and the reason why is because when you're applying for these visas, it's going to show um, the countries, the embassies that you're applying to these visas. It's going to show them that you want to travel to whatever country that you're going to because you love to travel. They'll look at your passport and see that you've traveled all over the place, and they're going to go, wow, they just like to travel. They're not trying to move here illegally. They're not going to do anything illegal. Um, so, yeah, it does depend on which country you're from, definitely. It's still not letting you. Maybe if I go live again, um, then it'll let you. I could always do that. I don't mind doing that. We can try again. Yeah, I think maybe it's not that hard in Taiwan, and that's great. Um, but still, if there is a visa issue, then I think that's a great advice is to just travel around Asia as much as you can. Um, for me, uh, I am in horizontal. Should I be in vertical for him? I don't think that's a nice. Right, and it's telling me I have to be. It's telling me I have to be in horizontal right now. I am in horizontal right now. Yes. I need IT. Okay. It's letting me add her. That's weird. All right. It's letting me add Coach Naluta. It's letting me
Yeah,
add you.
yeah, I try to see if it's working with me.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah,
don't
it
know.
seems that it's working. So hello, nice to see you.
Yeah, hello. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Um,
Mhm. You're welcome.
just hear me talking my nonsense for a long time.
No, you're not talking nonsense.
At
But
some
yeah,
point, I feel like I'm just blabbing, though. I'm like, oh,
yeah, maybe. Well, if you feel like that, that means you're right. I'm just joking.
Great.
Okay, so do you have any questions? Or do you want to ask?
Um,
Because I have so many questions.
well, if you have so many questions, then maybe you should start with the questions because I don't have anything prepared. I wasn't expecting you. I
Yeah,
can
you
try
even.
to, yeah, I wasn't expecting anybody, maybe just a few people. But let's go off the
Well,
cuff. Off
okay.
the cuff. Go on ahead.
Um, I know you like to travel, but why you like to travel? What's the reason behind
Why do I like to travel? I just, um, I've been following, I've been following this guy. His name's Anthony Bourdain.
it? Hmm.
And he made a TV show where he travels all over the world. He shares about the culture and the food. He actually passed away recently in the last couple of years, but he really inspired me so much to just want to see the world. Um,
Hmm.
and I asked when I was I asked somebody, a friend of mine, um, what is the best way to do what he does? Like, what can I study in university so that I can do what he does? And my friend said, uh, anthropology, study anthropology. So I went to university. I studied a bunch of different things, but I ended up landing on anthropology And while I was in anthropology, I did a research project in in the Philippines, and that was when I first left and traveled somewhere abroad. And I just really loved the experience of being somewhere new. Um, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I've been traveling. I remember as a kid, some of my favorite moments were going on road trips with my family.
Mhm.
So it's hard to say why. It's just a passion. It's in my heart, you know, to want to see the world, to see people, meet new people. You know, uh, it's great to go to a different country or meet somebody from a different country. And, you know, most of us, we all smile, we're all friendly. You hear so much about somebody from this country or that country, or people from this or that country. But once you get out there and meet the people, they're, you know, everybody's so nice. So why not? But yeah, I love food. That's part of it. Food, culture, seeing new things. It's adventurous, exciting. I don't know if that answered the
Mhm.
question.
Okay. Uh, could you give me an example of the culture from some countries, for example? What's impressed you?
Hmm.
You know?
When I lived in Cambodia for 9 months, the thing that impressed me the most was how helpful and friendly everybody was, even though they couldn't speak English to me most of the time. Um,
Mhm.
and how appreciative everybody was whenever I would try to learn their language or I would speak their language. Um,
Mhm.
the smiles and general friendliness of the Khmer people in Cambodia was very impressive to me. I think that's, and then also when I
Mhm.
was in Indonesia, there was this guy. I don't think this is a cultural thing. Maybe it is. The people there have always been pretty nice, but there was this one guy at this mall that every time he saw me, he had the biggest smile on his face. I don't know why. He was a security guard somewhere. He had the biggest smile on his face. And before I left, I went up to him with my translator app and I wrote
Mhm.
and translated it. And I told him that his presence has made my trip here like so amazing because I wasn't expecting it. To have somebody that was just always so nice and friendly, and um, it can really make me fall in love with a country when the people are just so generous and nice. Also, when I was in Indonesia, I rode on a tiny little minivan from the mountains all the way to the capital city, Jakarta. And the people there, we were talking to each other through translator apps, and everybody was just so friendly and nice.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay. So I ask you about traveling, about all this stuff, but I want to know because in generally when I'm talking with people, my first question for my guest, well, of course, my first guest, is what is your definition of love? I want to know this
Hmm. Definition of love.
thing.
Um, how we define love
What is your
is,
definition? How you
well,
see? How you?
I, okay. How we define love is greatly influenced by how our parents love us. That's my belief. So that's why everybody's view on love is different. Um,
Mhm.
how we how we each define love is extremely dependent on our parents. But as for how I define love, um, how do I define love? Hmm, I think one of the biggest part, I don't know, that's hard, but love is probably, let me think. Define love. Caring about something mm, a lot. Yeah, caring about something a lot,
Hmm.
I guess. Yeah. More than like, right?
I don't know. I ask you.
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
I yeah, I guess that's how I would define it, is caring about something a lot. Yeah.
Hmm. That's conditional or unconditional love. When
What
you,
about conditional love or
when you,
unconditional love?
yeah, you have idea about this kind of love.
Oh, what do I like what do I think about conditional and unconditional love?
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, my first instincts of unconditional love is that it's dangerous.
Unconditional
Unconditional
or
love is
conditional?
dangerous. Unconditional love is
Why?
dangerous. Uh,
Why do?
because it makes you extremely vulnerable to be taken advantage of, right? Because you're supposed to unconditionally love your family, but
Mm-hmm.
some of the people that take the most advantage of you is your family. So um, I think unconditional love is dangerous. Yeah.
Okay. What about conditional love then?
Uh, I think that's the way that love should be.
Hmm. Do you believe in true love and in that kind of love for forever between a man and a woman? If we are
Do I
talking like that.
true love between a man and a woman?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think true love between a man and a woman is possible. Yeah.
And do you think it's for forever or just for a period of time?
Could be both ways.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you know why I'm asking this question? Because always I'm asking, I told you, when I'm talking with somebody for the first time, this is my question. What is your
Uh-huh.
definition of love? And I remember about Pipa, when I had with him, first live video, he was
Mhm.
explaining me about, technology, how can I should, um download from the internet, some videos and blah blah. And in the end of the conversation, I said, can I have a question for you? And he said, yeah. So, what's your definition of love? What? That
Yeah.
was
What?
somehow funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm asking this question because, in my in my opinion, I consider that love is everything. Without love, you cannot do anything. And also about your passion, you should to
Mhm.
love what you are doing. And I'm sure somewhere you love traveling because you said that you love traveling, right?
Mhm.
So for that, I ask you about this question. What is your definition of love? How you define? You know?
Mhm. I
Yeah.
care a lot about traveling, so yeah, I do love it, and
So
it
that
ties
means you
into my
care also about
definition.
about people, right? Maybe.
Yeah, a lot. I definitely care about people a lot more than I care about other people.
Mm. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for answering.
Yeah, not a
Now
problem.
your turn. Do you have any question?
Hmm. Now I just keep on thinking about that song. What's love got to do with it? But you already answered that. It's
Yeah, you
got
can.
everything to do with it, right? um,
For me, yes.
no, yeah. Let's
Mhm.
see. I guess my question for you is, what are your thoughts on traveling? Um, what do you think is a thing that holds people back from traveling?
Fear.
Fear. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, the fear because they always are thinking maybe I don't have money, to travel. Maybe in that country people are dangerous, or
Hmm.
maybe somebody will steal from me something. So yeah, fear, insecurity.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And what is a yeah, and that's part of the reason why I've created or at least that's my goal with the YouTube channel that I'm creating is I want to be able to uh the name of it actually it's funny. The name of it is Love Travel More, right? So we've got that word love back in there. And yeah, the purpose of it is to love to travel more. So how can we do that? And I think what you bring up is a huge point, and that is a fear in general. Lots of different things that we fear about doing it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm trying to find ways to motivate, inspire, and educate so that people can travel more. I think that's the only way that you can really help people travel more. Um, and then from my country, I don't know if this is true. I've done a little bit of research on it, but I've heard and I've seen from a little bit of the research that I've done that only 50% of Americans even have passports. I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, I think that's a huge problem um,
Mm-hmm.
because people aren't experiencing the world. They're being stuck. They're being stuck in this box, and maybe that's okay for them. Um, but if I can, if somebody before hearing me or seeing me thinks about travel, but has an excuse not to do it, but if they follow me and see what I have to say, and then they decide to do it, then I'll be happy. You know, um, and
Yeah,
hopefully
well, I'm
that will
sure
happen.
you will do a great job, and I see already that you're doing a great job. So congratulations for this thing.
Thank you. I am not sure sometimes if I'm doing a good job, but it's great to hear that you think I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe
So
because
what is a tip?
I
Oh,
saw
sorry.
one video.
You
Yeah,
go. You saw one
I saw
video?
one video, and yeah, and for that I'm saying that I'm sure you can help people. I'm sure you
Mhm.
can reach your goal in the end to travel
Yeah.
and also to create that YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Because you have already created. Okay, so your
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, my question, it's the same question I asked Amir. Is that his name? Amir? What is a tip that you can offer people to help them love to travel more, to want to travel more?
Well, if they, well, it depend on the people. Depend on the people if they like to travel or not. But if you ask myself
Mhm.
why I will like to travel, it's because I love to know other culture, another tradition. I love to know people, and I love people for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, depend on the person because not everybody wants to travel.
Yeah,
And
that is
how
true.
I can, well, to show these things through action. Okay, so if I'm in,
Mhm.
let's say, in Thailand or something like that, I will make a video and I will show, look what is here in Thailand. Look, I'm buying food from street, or I don't know from where. Okay,
Yeah.
so only through action. If you are not showing anything, people just to hear you talking, yeah, I like because I was there and I meet with blah blah blah. Okay, but I want to see something, you know
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, so showing, doing something. This is
I think
my
that's a
my
good
opinion.
point. Yeah, to show people.
You can to make a lot of video to tell me about Thailand, but if you're not showing me anything, so
Mhm.
show me some food, show me some people from that place, what they are doing, you know, how they are enjoying the life and all this stuff. And after maybe I will come to Thailand.
So for me, one of the things that I like to do is make the tips, information to help people be able to travel more. And I just made
Hmm.
the cost of living video, just showing some costs of different
Oh
things.
yeah. Hmm.
Um, that's a show, but what you're also saying is that it could be good to actually go out there and show, you know, look
Hmm.
look, this is the country.
Yeah, and
Look
for
at it.
example, the price, to see, look, how you made yesterday a video and you said this kilo was $1 or something like that. But when you are going to the shop, you know, you can to create a video there and to see, look, this is closed like that, you know, and and in this case, people can somehow make an idea, you know, how are the price, because maybe they don't have money, so they should to save some money. Who knows?
Yeah.
For example,
Good to
here
know.
in France, everything are so expensive, you know. So as you said before, people from the east, it's so hard to travel to the west because yeah. And why?
Yeah.
Because the salary in them country is so, you know, little. And here to travel is so difficult because you need a visa, you need also lots of money. So in the end, what's the problem? Money. Money are the problem.
Yeah.
This is the first thing,
You
in
even
my
need money
opinion.
just for the visa. You need to have a lot of money just to get the visa.
So
So
because you said before visa, okay, visa, but you first time you should have money for to, you know,
yeah.
to apply for a visa. And also you maybe they will approve, maybe they will not approve. But yeah, money are important.
And I think that's why I brought up in my first Let's Talk Travel video about trying to have a minimalist lifestyle, being able to cut out things that you desire, that you want to help you save more money. I think that will help
Yeah.
out quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then that's also
Yeah, they
why I
should
try to
do.
offer these apps and to save money like Airbnb, and that's why I want to show people my methods for planning a trip, because I found some killer deals on flights that I didn't even think was possible just because I went through uh, these tactics. But I also love doing it. I love spending my time looking at flights and trying to figure out how can I fly from here to there for the cheapest amount possible. What can I do? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, first time you are thinking and after you are doing. You know,
Yeah,
you are applying. Yeah.
exactly. Take some
Thank
videos
you.
on the airplane. But thank you. Yeah, thank you for your time.
You are welcome. Okay, so I hope to see your next video on YouTube
Yeah, I
soon.
just posted two, but they were the ones from Facebook before, and then I'm starting a new YouTube about education, teaching English. So I'm gonna be creating and putting stuff on there. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do, but
Yeah. You know what I would like to see on your video? For example, if you are living in Thailand or in Malaysia now, I would like to see food, you know, how you are making, how you are cooking. Really, will be
yeah.
interesting.
Okay. Yeah, somebody else was asking about doing a cooking teaching show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like, you know, Asian food. I don't know now to tell you the name exactly, but sometimes I'm buying, you know, from a restaurant and are so amazing, but I don't know to cook. So maybe you will help us.
Yeah, that is a big part of it.
Okay.
I think that's why I showed the fruits, though, is just because, well, fruit's delicious. It's food. I mean, it's not cooking, but I just wanted to show how much and the different kinds of fruits for people.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
definitely a
Okay.
start. All right, I'll make a cook.
Okay.
You know, I
Thank you
really love cooking
so.
television too, so I should probably make something.
So who knows? Who knows? Maybe you will become a cook. Maybe.
Yeah, a famous cooking celebrity like Gordon Ramsay. Doubt it.
Yeah. Why not? Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Daniel. I hope to see you next time and have a beautiful day. I should leave you now.
Yes.
Because,
Thank you.
my
Thank
question
you.
was a
Thank
little
you.
hard. Yeah, right. Okay.
I tend to take a lot of time to think about those kinds of questions. Yeah. Yeah. But I liked it. It was good.
It's okay. It's good. You can think
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Thank you,
Thank
though.
you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.
You too. Bye bye. Let's see here. Post when I'm traveling. Yeah. Actually, in two weeks, 1 week. Next week. I think next week I'm going to be going to like a famous city near the city that I'm staying in Malaysia right now. So hopefully, I think it'll be a good challenge for me to um, create a video while I'm there showing some of the different things um, that I experienced there. It should be great because it is full of culture and that kind of stuff. But actually, I do have to go now. It's about dinner time. So I did see that you wanted to come and join. I'm sorry I got to go, Loy Costa. Um, but it's been great seeing everybody. Thanks for coming. And I will see you all again. All right, I'll talk soon. Bye bye.